Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to discuss the recently passed 26th Amendment in our country. I'll be analyzing this amendment in detail, focusing on both the pros and cons. The 26th Amendment to the Constitution of Pakistan, passed in October 2024, introduces sweeping reforms aimed at enhancing governance, judicial independence, financial oversight, and environmental rights. This amendment has been highly debated, with both advocates and critics presenting compelling arguments regarding its potential benefits and drawbacks. Introduction. The 26th Amendment is part of an ongoing series of reforms intended to modernize Pakistan's governance framework. It addresses several areas. 1. Judicial reforms, establishes specialized constitutional benches within the judiciary. 2. Environmental rights, grants constitutional status to citizens' rights to a clean and healthy environment. 3. Financial oversight, tightens the management of government funds and expenditures. 4. Islamic financial system, commits Pakistan to eliminating interest, riba, from its financial system. 5. Enhanced party discipline, reinforces political parties' influence over their members' voting on key issues. Judicial reforms. One of the most notable changes is the creation of dedicated constitutional benches in the Supreme Court and High Courts. Previously, constitutional cases could be heard by any bench. With the 26th Amendment, however, only specific predetermined constitutional benches handle such cases. Additionally, the Judicial Commission of Pakistan now oversees the selection and formation of these benches, limiting the Chief Justice's ability to assign cases unilaterally. Advocates argue that this reform ensures more experienced, specialized handling of complex constitutional matters, potentially increasing judicial efficiency and reducing the risk of case manipulation. Environmental rights. The new Article 9A explicitly establishes the right to a clean and healthy environment. This inclusion aligns Pakistan with international environmental protection standards and is expected to empower citizens, environmental activists, and courts to hold polluters accountable more effectively. This environmental right could drive stricter enforcement of existing environmental laws and inspire new legislation aimed at reducing pollution, deforestation, and other environmental challenges. Financial oversight and riba, interest elimination. The amendment mandates the elimination of riba by 2028, a move consistent with Pakistan's Islamic principles. This change could overhaul the country's financial sector, pushing it toward a more interest-free model. Additionally, the amendment includes new checks on the Federal Consolidated Fund, requiring clearer expenditure tracking to curb financial mismanagement. By bolstering financial oversight, the amendment seeks to improve public accountability and reduce corruption. Political party discipline and legislative oversight. Changes to Article 63A reinforce party discipline, binding members to vote according to their party's stance on significant matters, such as the budget and no-confidence motions. This provision aims to reduce legislative fragmentation and prevent political instability caused by party defections or independent voting. Future impacts. Judicial autonomy and consistency. If implemented as intended, the constitutional benches could bring consistency and focus to Pakistan's judicial decisions on constitutional matters. However, this could potentially lead to a hierarchical judicial system where only specific judges influence constitutional interpretation, potentially limiting the broader judiciary's role. The constitutional right to a clean environment could spark significant environmental activism, leading to a stronger regulatory framework in Pakistan. Meanwhile, the push toward an interest-free economy could attract investment from Islamic finance proponents, but may also require substantial restructuring of the banking sector to remain viable. Strengthen governance, but potentially compromise judicial independence. The reinforcement of party discipline could stabilize parliamentary governance by reducing independent voting. However, the centralized control over judicial appointments and bench formation might blur the lines between the judiciary and political influence, with lasting consequences for judicial independence. Pros of the 26th Amendment. 1. Focused constitutional expertise. By introducing specialized constitutional benches, the amendment ensures that only experienced judges handle constitutional issues, potentially improving the quality and consistency of judicial interpretation in Pakistan. 2. Environmental rights recognition. Article 9A formally acknowledges environmental protection, empowering citizens and institutions to enforce laws related to pollution control, conservation, and sustainable development. 3. Strengthen financial accountability. The amendment's focus on financial transparency could minimize misuse of public funds, enhancing trust in governmental financial practices. 4. Promotion of Islamic financial principles. By planning for a riba-free economy, the amendment aligns Pakistan's financial sector with Islamic values, potentially attracting investments in Sharia-compliant industries. 5. Party discipline. Binding parliamentarians to their party's policies aims to promote stable governance and reduce incidents of independent voting that could destabilize the government. Cons. The amendment. 1. Judicial independence concerns. Limiting the Chief Justice's power over bench formation and introducing parliamentary involvement in judicial appointments raises concerns over political influence in the judiciary. This change could erode judicial independence by allowing political considerations to impact case outcomes. Number 2, potential for political manipulation. Critics argue that the increased role of parliamentary committees in judicial matters could create opportunities for partisan interference, undermining the judiciary's role as an impartial branch. 3. Reduce judicial review. By curtailing judicial review of constitutional amendments, the amendment limits the judiciary's power to challenge laws that may infringe on fundamental rights, which could make future governments less accountable to citizens. 4. Uncertain economic impact. The shift to an interest-free financial system will require significant restructuring, and there is concern that it may disrupt financial stability if not carefully managed, given the challenges associated with implementing a fully riba-free economy. 5. Environmental enforcement challenges. While Article 9A provides a legal basis for environmental rights, effective enforcement may face hurdles due to limited resources and competing priorities within Pakistan's governmental framework. Conclusion. The 26th Amendment is a bold attempt to address long-standing issues in Pakistan's judiciary, environmental protection, and financial oversight. By introducing specialized constitutional benches and acknowledging the right to a clean environment, it offers avenues for modernization. However, the amendment also risks compromising judicial independence, increasing political influence over the judiciary, and limiting judicial review. While the amendment may ultimately strengthen governance, its success depends on careful implementation and a commitment to maintaining checks and balances between the branches of government. The long-term impact remains to be seen, as both benefits and challenges are likely to emerge as these changes take effect.